Welcome back to the 2024 Big Sky Conference Kickoff Media Day.
Welcome back to the Big Sky Kickoff weekend here in Spokane, Washington. Megan Robinson, Kyle Hansen. We are joined by Weber State head coach Mickey Mental. Coach, thanks so much for being here. You're transitioning from year one to year two leading the Wildcats. So just now that you're here in Spokane again, kind of getting the season started, how's it feel heading to a second year and kind of knowing the ropes a little bit?
Obviously, it's a lot more comfortable second time around. Going through the conference for first time as head coach is obviously different than as a coordinator. It's a great conference, and obviously look forward to this upcoming season.
Coach, last year, 2023, ended with three straight wins, including a win over fourth-ranked Idaho. How do you build off that momentum entering 2024?
Well, it's a credit to obviously the culture of the program, my coaches, and obviously our seniors from last year and the guys in the program this year. It kind of springboarded us into this offseason, which I think they've attacked really, really well, and really excited to see a lot of our young guys compete for jobs and playing time this upcoming season.
Looking at year one, Coach, what was it like, just kind of taking the reins? Because you have experience as a head coach at the Division II level and, know what it takes to lead a program. So what was it like, taking over for Jay Hill, and then a lot of close games for you guys last year? So it just kind of feels like that little tweak, to maybe change some things.
Yeah, obviously everything matters. I think that's been our crying call this offseason is, what is your intent? What is your standard? Obviously, when you lose a lot of close games like we did last year, it's overtime. It's not just during a season. It's during your off season. It's during your fall camp, spring ball. All this stuff matters, and I think they've come to realize that and kind of attacked it at a different level this off season.
Coach, we talked about the end of last season's schedule. We're going to pull up this season's schedule, take a quick look at it on the big board here. September 7th, Portland State, early conference game. What do you think about that?
I think it's exciting. It's exciting for the conference. We're excited. Obviously, Barney does a fantastic job over at Portland State. They're well coached, got a tremendous roster coming back, and we're excited to obviously play in front of our home fans at night right after UW.
As you look at the schedule too, Coach, just obviously playing some of the top teams in the Big Sky, it's always a rugged run, but also some of these non-conference games at McNeese, some of these schools, like other good tests in the FCS level. What kind of stands out when you look at the rest of your schedule?
I think it's exciting for our roster. We have, 16 to 20 guys from Texas to go home and play in front of their families for the first time, probably as a college football player in the state of Texas. I think it is unique and exciting for them. But I think it's going to springboard us into conference play, which obviously is very demanding throughout the whole season.
Coach, your mantra is "It's about us." How did you settle on that as your mantra?
I think if you worry about other people and the noise of the media, not to call you all out, but but if you worry about things you can't control, I think you lose focus on what really matters, and that's obviously your team, your family, and how you prepare each and every week. And nothing ever changes. You don't get an emotional high or emotional low, so I think you always try to stay even keel.
When you look at your roster, what kind of stands out for you, Mickey? Because obviously Weber State, people think defense, toughness, things like that. So when you look at these guys, some of the guys you're bringing back, or maybe some of the new faces, what kind of stands out in some of the guys you're expecting big things from this fall?
I see a lot of guys willing to work and trying to make the bus, honestly, which is exciting. When you look at our roster, I think you got a lot of key pieces coming back. We've got some holes to fill, obviously, just like everybody else. But I love the competition this offseason and how they're attacking, trying to play. But when you have their reputation on defense, we as offense try to play complementary football. And I think you saw that at the end of the last season, all three phases playing complementary football. And when you play complementary football at a high level, you usually have a chance to win games.
Coach, we appreciate you and thank you so much for your time. Can't wait to see you out there in just a few weeks. Before we let you go, the Big Sky Conference would like to extend their deepest condolences to Weber State and the family of Steve Klauke. Klauke, the longtime broadcaster, passed away last month following an accident at the age of 69. He was a three-time Utah Broadcaster of the Year and the full-time voice of Weber State athletics since 2015, broadcasting over 400 football, men's, and women's basketball games. He also recently retired as the longtime voice of the Salt Lake Bees, broadcasting over 4,000 games in his 30-year career. We'll be back with more Big Sky Kickoff Weekend after this.